Hi everyone, welcome to Micro Adventures. I am Ellie and this is Josiah. Sometimes I call him Cy. We're coming to you from our home to your home today. And we're gonna do a Basics Are Best class. So this one is going to focus on transitions. We're gonna do a full body workout, but we're really gonna fine tune and practice our transitions so that you can get the most out of every class. One black spring to start, and we'll get started in wheelbarrow. Classic exercise. Knees on your carriage, hands to your front platform. You're gonna find a kneeling plank position. So as you set this up, check in shoulders, hips, and knees, one long line. You're wrapping your abs in and around your spine. Your neck is staying in alignment with the rest of your spine. And from here, we'll start hinging back at our shoulder joint slowly and with control. Exhale as you pull yourself forward, shoulders stop over the top of your wrist. And again, send it out slowly and with control. Stop before you start to feel this in your lower back, and then use your abs and your lats to pull yourself forward. So we're just warming up here, really feeling the muscles across your arms, your chest, your back, and your abs start to fire. And bringing some mindfulness to your movement. Right? So the slower you go, the more you're going to get out of this. It's not necessarily about your range of motion, but it's really about your intention and your tempo. So the slower we move in the exercise, right, the more intense it's going to be. You can see Josiah slowed way down, which is going to make things way harder. And then our intention, right, is really connecting to the muscle groups that are working and using your mind to engage there a little deeper and squeeze a little deeper. 10 seconds. Hands are gonna stay. We're gonna tuck our toes onto our carriage and we're gonna go into bear. In 4, in 3, 2, and 1. Tuck your toes here, so finding a full plank position. And for bear, we're scooping through the belly, bending through the knees, pulling the carriage in nice and slow, and then sending it back out. Okay, so here's the deal. We spent 1 minute in wheelbarrow, we're gonna spend a minute in bear, and we're gonna go back to wheelbarrow, and we're gonna come back to bear. And we're really gonna pay attention on how we get to each exercise. So in exercises like this with relatively little transition, I want you to try to keep your muscles engaged as you transition. So 20 seconds. Hands are gonna stay, so that's simple. But we are gonna come back down to the knees, and I want you to get there mindfully so that your core stays engaged. In 5, we're going back to wheelbarrow just for 30 seconds. In 3, 2, and 1, coming down to the knees. So notice how Josiah kept his core engaged, and then we'll go right into our wheelbarrow. And we're just gonna be here 30 seconds. Now I want you to also focus on the transition up to bear, right? This is what we're gonna practice on today. We're gonna get a super effective workout because your muscles aren't gonna get much time to rest. Let's go 15 seconds, slide your shoulders away from your ears, plug them into their sockets. Loosen up your neck and think about how you are going to transition from wheelbarrow up to bear, keeping your core engaged. In 3, in 2, 1, tuck your toes, come right on up to your plank, and smoothly we go right into our bear, scooping through the low belly, bending through the knees. Perfect. Hips stay level with the shoulders. 10 more seconds here. So we've got another transition coming up. We're going into saw, which means we're gonna come down to the forearms on our front platform and our knees on the carriage. So think about how you wanna transition down to saw in 4, in 3, 2, 1. So knees down, forearms down, shoulders, hips, and knees, one long line, and we're going right into our saw here. So sliding the whole body back away from your front platform and then pulling forward, shoulders stopping over your elbows. Try not to overshoot this forward with your face, right? So stopping as soon as those shoulders are over the elbows and then sending it back. And you're really feeling this around the muscles of your trunk, right? Your core muscles are working super hard here. So the deal with transitions, right? We either want to make the transition slow and controlled, keeping the muscles engaged. So really, the transition is just a continuation of one exercise to the next. Or we want to make the transitions fast, quick movement, very few steps to get from point A to point B, so that there's as little gap in the muscle being relieved of tension as possible. In 5, tuck your toes. Try to stay in this forearm plank position with the upper body. In 3, 2, 1, tuck your toes on the carriage. We're going forearm plank to pike. Two straight legs. We're going to pike our hips up towards the ceiling. Stay on those forearms for me. I know. Hey, if the forearms are a little bit too tough on this one for you guys, you can come up to the hands. That's going to give you a little more space to move. Big exhale, 2 straight legs, hips pike up. Then we slide right back down into our plank. You're already halfway through this one. Okay, so we're going to go back to saw from here. Try to see if you can keep your hips pretty level when you transition and keep your core engaged as you transition, right? Those are our goals here. 15 seconds, stay focused. As you pike, allow your chin to drift towards your chest so that you're really feeling the lift through your core, right? Your neck is a continuation of the spine. In 5, down to the knees, we go into saw. In 4, 3, 2, lower down to the knees. Keep the engagement in your core, go right back into saw. Less than 30 seconds here. Okay, so round 2, as we move through these exercises, it's going to be half as much time. Focus on your core, right? All the muscles that surround the center of your body are wrapping in and around your spine. In 5, up to the toes, forearm plank to pike. In 3, 2, 1, up to the toes. Let's go forearm plank to pike, right? You also have the option to come up to the hands. Great choice. Let's go 25 seconds, staying engaged through the core, finding the tension in your abs. We've got teaser on deck. So we're gonna go right oblique first, which means right foot over left. Toes are gonna face your left side of your body. In 5, hands up to your tall handlebars. Let's go teaser in 3, 2, 1. So hands come up to the tall handlebars. It's gonna be right foot over left, toes are facing your left shoulder, pretty straight legs, and then lock your chest over your front platform. From there, with the straight legs, we're gonna send the carriage out. Big exhale, big squeeze through your waistline, piking through the right oblique. So this is what I would call a bigger transition, right? Moving from our plank to pike up to teaser, where we've gotta set up our feet, we've gotta switch where our hands are at. So these are the types of transitions that you want to try to get there as quickly as possible, right? Because we want to eliminate the time, the space in between the muscle engagement. That's what this workout and this method is all about, is slowly working to fatigue your muscles. That's where we get that shaking sensation. 10 seconds. We're gonna make this really smooth transition. Knees on the carriage, forearms on the front platform. It is a twisted inchworm for right oblique. In 4, in 3, 2, 1. Bring it down to the knees, then down to the forearms. Slight swivel of your hips towards the left, so we're still working our right oblique. And it's gonna be a slide back through the upper body. And then we're gonna come forward, shoulders over wrists, and we're gonna pike through the waistline, so a little crunch. So inchworm is really like our saw and our kneeling crunch, but we want this one to have just enough swivel in our hips that you're feeling your right oblique act as the mover here. So your right oblique is really what's working. Good. And you'll notice if you swivel your hips too much to the left, you might feel this in the low back, which isn't gonna feel so good. So knees can be stacked side by side, or it can be left knee on top of right. It's whatever's working for you. 10 seconds, we're going back up to teaser. So you're gonna come up to the feet, come up to the hands. Whatever gets you there the quickest. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's go teaser. Up to the hands, right foot over left. Woo, nice hustle, Josiah. Right, so 30 seconds here. Maybe you noticed too, as you made this transition the second time through, you got better at it, right? That is the whole point of this class today. That is our theme, that is our focus, that is our intention, is to get better. In 5, we're going twisted inchworm, still on the right oblique, forearms and knees. In 3, 2, and 1. Forearms down, knees down. Let's go twisted inchworm quickly and carefully. So 1 slide back, 1 crunch. You don't have time for very many here. We've got just 20 seconds to go. We're gonna get into our right leg next. So you're gonna stand up, right foot on the front platform, left toes on the carriage. It's gonna be an elevator lunge. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. Right foot steps forward to your front platform. Left toes tuck onto the carriage. Make sure, put your foot over the strap. Yep, make sure your right heel is on your platform. Left toes tucked on the carriage, good. And then we'll drive down through the right heel, slowly lift up. So it is really challenging to get the feet hip width apart on this machine because it's so small. So you might not have your entire foot touching the front platform, that's okay. Just make sure that the heel of your right foot is on a solid surface. And then Josiah's tucked his left toes into the little island between the carriage rail and the actual cushy part of the carriage. That's a really good place to tuck your toes so that you get a little more space between the feet. All right, here's the deal. We're gonna move into a front lunge. So your left foot does not move. Your right foot, however, comes to the floor in front of the machine. I'm gonna walk you through this transition so you keep your muscles engaged. Bring it down and hold. Right here, take it down, hold. Bring your hands to your handlebars. Good. Bring your back knee in a little bit. Now hop your right foot forward to the floor. Extend the back leg out long. And then we go right into front lunge, so slowly lifting up from here. So you'll notice in that lunge, we transitioned from the bottom of the lunge, so we kept the engagement pretty much the whole time through the right leg, which is super important. Good. As you do front lunge, a little bit more hinge forward from your hips. That's gonna protect your low back and keep your spine really happy. And then look down at your right knee, make sure it's still stacked over your ankle the whole way down, the whole way up. So we're gonna practice that transition in reverse. Okay, so from here, we will be going back to elevator lunge, short and sweet. Let's go 10 seconds. And we're gonna work some variations this time in elevator and in front lunge, so just be ready for it. In 5, down and hold. In 4, 3, 2, down and hold. Bring your hands to your handlebars. Bend your back knee in so you have a little space. Now hop your right foot up to the platform. Extend the left leg long. You're at the bottom of your lunge, hold. Now see if you can take your hands off of the handlebars. Let's go carriage kicks. Back knee is coming in and sending it back out. So this is a variation of elevator lunge. You can still call this part of elevator lunge, yeah? 10 seconds. We're going back to front lunge, and we got a little variation there, so just get ready for it. In 4, 3, 2, let's go front lunge. Transition how I showed you. Hands to handlebars, back knee comes in, hop the foot to the floor. Bottom of your front lunge. Hinge forward from the hips, palms are up, hands behind you, squeeze the shoulder blades together, pump the arms, pump them, pump them, pump them. Let's go 15 seconds. We are going 1 red, 1 black. You're gonna meet me in runner's lunge, right foot on the front platform. In 5, in 4, quick transition, you gotta hustle. In 3, 2, 1, let the carriage close. We're going 1 red, 1 black, runner's lunge. You're on it, Sai. So right foot is forward, left toes are tucked, stand up tall. Okay, we don't really want to hang on to the handlebars in this style of runner's lunge on the micro because it tends to crunch up our spine. You do want a little hinge forward from your hips so that your low back isn't taking the brunt of this. And then depending on your height, right, there's different places to tuck your left toes. So if you are 5'6" or shorter, you might like tucking your toes in the same spot you did for elevator and front lunge. A little bit taller, you might want to take your foot and tuck your toes in the back rail of the carriage. Totally up to you. Let's go 15 seconds. And we're going to transition into skating. So it's going to be a quarter turn to the left, feet inside the straps if you have them. And we're going to try to make this transition really subtle so the right leg stays engaged as we transition and pivot. In 4, 3, 2, so bend the back knee in, you'll pivot around, stay low in the right leg, just lift the heel, reposition the feet. Skating, you're at the bottom of the squat, flare the knees out slightly, light up the outer edges of your feet, and then we're kicking the left leg out slowly and with control. Relax your shoulders, your neck, your face, tune into your breath. Okay, so this is our first try at the transitions. You're gonna get a second try. Your goal the second, Josiah is really excited about that. You're gonna get a second try. So you're gonna try to smooth it out a little bit. And this is gonna help you. These are all super common moves we do in most classes. Let's go 15 seconds here. We go right back into runner's lunge for just 30 seconds, half as much time. And we're gonna hit a little variation because why not, right? That is the spice of this workout, the little variations. In 4, runner's lunge in 3, 2, 1. Pivot back around, find runner's lunge for me. This time I want you to keep the bend in your left knee. Good. And we're just gonna lower down a couple inches and we're gonna lift up a couple inches. So we're kind of in the middle of like a little Bulgarian split squat, right? Slow and controlled. We're trying to keep the back heel nice and high. 10 seconds, we go right back to skating. You're doing great. Stay with us. In 5, really seamless transition, skating in 4, 3, 2, 1, easy transition. Here we are, skating second time around. So this time I want you to find a little bit more of a squat position in your skate. And we're just gonna flare the knees out. Little flare of the knees, just the knees. So we're flaring the knees out, back in. So little variation on our skate. 10 seconds. This transition is gonna be gold. We are going side kicks. Left foot is gonna stay where it is. Your right foot is gonna hop to the floor. Continue to face the same direction in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Side kicks. Right foot to the floor, left foot stays. You stay at the bottom of the squat. Now start kicking the left leg out and resisting back in. So this one should feel pretty similar to skating. Maybe you've got a bigger range of motion now because you've taken your foot a little further from the carriage. And bring your foot that's planted on the floor. I want you to inch your right toes forward so they're a little closer to your handlebar that's in front of you. Yeah, that's gonna help with the alignment of our hips and our knees. We're gonna go 20 seconds, and then we're just gonna hit some squats, okay? We're gonna try them out keeping that foot on the floor, so it's a little bit of an uneven squat. 10 seconds, there's literally no transition, okay? In 5, hold it hip width apart. In 4, 3, 2, feet hip width apart. Try to even your weight in both legs. Sink it down a little further here if you can. And then drive through your heels, squeeze your glutes, slowly lift up. Micro bend in your knees at the top. Abs in, you're hinging at your hips. Your weight goes back into your heels, your shoulders down your back. Drive through your heels, squeeze your glutes, slowly lift up. Use your core. Use your breath. Nice, I hope you guys can see all of Josiah's cupping marks. I don't know if you can see these at home, right? But this is self-care. Just like your workout is self-care, right? We're challenging ourselves. This is about our mental and physical health, right? As well as energetically. We're working some stuff out. 15 seconds. We go back to our side kick. It's just 30 seconds this round, right? So at no point do we lose the tension. At no point do our legs get to take a break. At no point do you stand up and shake it out because you've come too far already. In 3, down hold. In 2, 1, down hold. Let's go side kicks. Push the carriage out. Yes, you absolutely can. Resist it in. I don't care how far you go, but I care that you keep going. 15 seconds. We go back to our squats. This time we're gonna step the right foot on top of the machine. In 5, 4, 3, 2, step your left foot up on top of the machine. Hold a little space between the carriage and the platform. Squats down and up, slow and controlled, 25 seconds. Oh, buddy, we should be feeling it by now. Okay, stay focused. This is what you're showing up for. You're showing up for the hard work. You're showing up for yourself. 10 seconds. We're gonna go straighten out those legs, which is gonna feel great. We're gonna go right into standing out our thighs. So, think seamless transition, think constant space between the carriage and the platform, constant engagement in the legs. In 4, straight legs. In 3, 2, 1, legs are straight. Now we're gonna start pushing the carriage out. As we do so, hinging forward from the hips. Good, resisting the carriage back in, slowly and with control. Try to keep your weight even in both legs. Good, and if you're noticing that maybe this leg workout on the front of the machine is more challenging than you expected it to be, it's because we've eliminated so much of our transition time. Okay, the nice thing about this machine is it's so little, you can transition relatively quickly from one end to the next. But when you find yourself jumping front to back and all around, there's a lot of time wasted in between the exercises So we're just focusing on making things a little bit more effective. 10 seconds. We are going into spider lunge. So your right foot is going to hop to the floor next to your front platform, and your left heel is going to find the back edge of your carriage. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, spider lunge. Let's go right foot to the floor, left heel, back edge of the carriage. Right foot to the floor over here. Yep, pivot to face the front of your machine. So this is the trickiest transition we've done so far. Good, and we want to make sure that heel is in the eyelet. Yep, so that we're getting some tension up the back side of the left leg. Awesome. What's up?
What did I ever do to you?
Spire wants to know, what he ever did to me. Oh, it's going to be a lifetime of this, babe. A lifetime. A lifetime of workouts and love. I hope you feel my love right now. 10 seconds. Okay, you're going to get back up on top of the machine. You're going back to outer thighs. Think about it, where you're placing your feet, where you're placing your body. In 3, 2, 1. Right foot steps back up on top of the platform. Left foot hooks into the carriage strap. Outer thighs, 30 seconds. Let's go. We're going to hit spider lunge one more time. And then we're going to turn things around. We're going to start moving back through. Okay? So here's the deal. You learned all the transitions working your right leg. Now you're going to learn them all working your left. In 5, let's go spider lunge to the right still. So right foot to the floor behind you in 3, 2, 1. Back to your spider lunge, right foot to the floor, left heel, back pocket. Nice. You'll notice even Josiah is getting better at these transitions as we practice them, okay? Practice makes perfect. Just because you're a pro at the workout doesn't mean you can't improve. He says he's not a pro. All right, here's the deal. We are going standing outer thighs, left foot, your other foot is going to the front platform, right foot to the carriage. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot to your front platform, right foot to your carriage, straight legs, outer thighs, let's hit it. Okay, so you don't technically have to do outer thighs facing both directions. Both legs should be working pretty evenly here, but I think it's going to be fun to do a second set, don't you? And it makes so that we can practice our transitions again, okay? The more proficient you get at remembering the names of the moves and transitioning super quick, right? The better we're going to get at our workout. That's all we are trying to do. Let's go 15 seconds in our outer thighs. We've got spider lunge on the left up next. So that means your left foot is going to hop down to the floor beside your front platform with your left toes facing forward. And your right heel finds that back carriage pocket. In 3, 2, 1. Left foot to the floor. Back heel is going to be all the way to that back rail behind you. If you need more resistance, you can always walk the foot towards the front edge of the carriage, or you can hop your left foot back a little bit. So I want to make sure you're getting what you need. Focus on a lot of weight centered down through your left heel on the floor. Left leg is the focus. We're isolating our left leg. We've got 25 seconds, slow and controlled kick with the right. Now here's the deal. When we go back through our workout on the left side now, you are going to be better at the transitions because you already practiced them on the right. So things are getting even more effective, even more efficient. 15 seconds, we go back up to outer thighs just for a round of 30. Smooth transition. How much muscle engagement can you keep and how quickly can you transition? In 4, in 3, 2, 1, left foot front platform, right foot carriage. Boom. Nice. So there are so many ways to transition. Sometimes I will walk you through them because I happen to know a really simple way to keep the muscles engaged and to get from point A to point B because I know where point B is. But you'll notice sometimes you come up with a different way to get there that's faster for you. Okay, so I encourage you and empower you to find it. In 4, we go back to spider lunge, left foot to the floor. In 3, 2, 1, let's go back to our spider lunge, left foot floor, right heel, outer pocket. Oh my goodness, I feel like we should do this every class. Josiah's getting so good at doing the workout.
I was faking it. I know all the moves.
I don't even know if you guys can hear him. Probably better if you can't. Let's go 10 more seconds. Okay, it's side kicks. So your left foot to the floor beside your front platform, right heel to the front edge of your carriage. In 3, 2, 1, let's go side kicks. So left foot to the floor, you're facing the side of the machine. Right foot's finding somewhere to hook onto on the carriage where you've got leverage. So the inner edge of the carriage is gonna give you more resistance, closer to the back edge of the carriage, a little bit less. Good, and we're finding ourselves at the bottom of a squat, shoulders relax down into their pockets, twist your head side to side a couple times, loosen up your neck. Okay, a lot of times when we get into the more intense parts of our workout, tension starts to creep up in here, or maybe you have somewhere specific in your body where you know you get tension as you start to fatigue. I want you to soften that space. 10 more seconds. We're gonna hit our uneven squats up next. So, really simple. We're just gonna keep a little space between the carriage and the platform, and we're gonna squat down and up in 3, 2, 1. Take it down a little lower to start. Squeeze your glutes, drive down through your heels, seal down the outer edges of your feet, slowly lift up. Take it right back down. Good. Now check in. When we do a squat, you want to think about sticking your butt back into a chair that's a little too far away from you. Your abs are staying engaged, and you are actively squeezing your glutes. That means you have to squeeze to make it happen. So squeeze your glutes. And you'll notice that your knees stay behind the toes, but they do drift forward in front of your ankle, right? And you've got this hinge at the knee joint, at the hip joint. Good. 15 seconds. We go right back into our side kicks. Let's make it seamless. Let's make it strong, right? Show up for the work. This is where it counts. The moment you start to get a little shaky and it starts to get a little intense, that is where the change is happening. In 3, down hold. In 2, 1, down hold, side kicks. Let's go. Kick it out. Yes. 20 seconds to go here. We're going back to squats, but this time we're going to hop our left foot on top of the platform. Stay low, stay focused. You're going to get a move down and up, bigger range of motion here in just a moment. Weight back in your heels. In 4, let's go squats. Left foot on the platform in 3, 2, 1. Keep the engagement in the legs. Keep some tension on the springs. Let's go squats, down and up. Good. If you've got straps, great place to use them. If you don't have the straps, I hope you've got some really grippy grip socks on so that you're not losing your grip on the carriage. 10 seconds. We are going runner's lunge. You're gonna pivot, quarter turn to the left. Left foot stays on the front platform, right toes are tucked somewhere on your carriage. In 5, 4, 3, 2, runner's lunge. Can you keep the muscles engaged as you pivot around? Can you make the transition smooth? And then try to make sure your left heel is on the machine. Your right toes are tucked somewhere safely on the carriage. Want to try to find the feet about hip width apart. Good. And then you want to have, like you can see Josiah here, a little hinge forward from the hips, right? So that helps us put a little bit more weight into our left leg, which is great. This is our focus. Got 25 seconds. Soften your shoulders. Shake out the tension in your neck. You're doing great. Control the carriage behind you. Just because we're getting fatigued doesn't mean we get sloppy, doesn't mean we move fast. We're going to pivot into skating. So quarter turn to the right. Left foot stays on the platform, right foot stays on the carriage. In 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go skating. How much engagement can you keep in the muscles as you pivot around? Okay? Weight back in the heels. Try to seal down the outer edges of your feet. And your weight's pretty centered here in skating. You're isolating your left leg, so this is gonna be the working leg, which makes this a little more challenging. Even though the right leg's moving, it's not the focus. Yes, it's working hard, but we're burning out the left leg. Let's go 30 seconds here. Check in with your knees. Are they drifting towards your toes? Check in with your core. Are you starting to kind of flare out through the ribs? Are you able to knit the front of your ribs together? And then think about pulling your navel towards your spine and up towards your rib cage, like you're zipping up the front line of your body. Shoulders back. Don't worry, you got 10 more seconds here. It's giving me the serious eye today. I hope you guys aren't giving me those eyeballs at home. Let's go. 5, we pivot back to runner's lunge in 4, 3, 2, 1. Runner's lunge. Listen, this is where we hit our variation. We're just gonna keep the bend in the back knee. We're gonna lower down a little lower. We're gonna drive through, lift up. Stay in the variation. We're just lifting down and up. You're holding your runner's lunge, little variation. 15 seconds. Can you stay in the work? Can you push your muscles to shake just a little bit more? Let those tremors creep in. How low can you get, right? How much sensation can you create? We go back to skating in 3, 2, 1. Pivot back to your skate. Hold. We're going to work a little variation. So hold more of a squat, and we're just going to flare the knees out. Little flare the knees wide and in. Firing up those outer glutes. Let's go 15 seconds. You've got a spring change. We go back to 1 black spring. It is elevator lunge, left foot on your front platform, right toes on the carriage. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2. Change your springs. Let's go 1 black spring, elevator lunge, left foot forward, right toes tuck. I got you, Josiah. So down and up, elevator lunge. You're just here 60 seconds. So the good news about this transition class is you're spending about 1 minute and 30 seconds in each leg exercise when normally you spend about 2 to 3 minutes in each leg exercise, okay? The reason we can get away with that in this class is because we've kind of eliminated our transitions, right? There's not really any space or time to shake out your muscles between exercises. We kind of just keep going. 25 seconds, find your full range of motion. So pause at the bottom, find your thigh parallel to the floor, drive down through your heel, slowly lift up, squeeze the backside of your leg. Good. Now if you're feeling any gripping in your right hip flexor, bigger bend in the knee will help with that. You can also hinge forward slightly from the hips on the way down. All right, let's take it down right here this time and hold. Hands to your handlebars, bend your back knee in, and then hop your left foot forward to the floor, extend your back leg out. You're at the bottom of your front lunge. Now slowly lift up. Perfect. How beautiful and smooth was that transition? Okay. It wasn't fast, right? But it was controlled and the muscles stayed engaged the whole time. So that is your goal in your transitions. You keep either the muscles engaged and transition slowly and mindfully, or you make it really freaking fast. 20 seconds. If those tremors are creeping in, we're where we want to be. Can you breathe through it? Can you focus in on the muscles that are working and go even slower? Just try. Just try. Try it out. See what happens. We're going back to elevator lunge. I taught you how to get there. In 3, down hold. 2, down hold. 1. Hands to handlebars. Bend your back knee in so you can hop your left foot to the platform. Bottom of your elevator lunge. Now see if you can lift your hands up. Use your core. Let's go carriage kicks. That's going to be our variation. Back knee comes in. Send it back out. 20 seconds in carriage kicks. Okay, we are coming up on the last 40 seconds of legs here. Stay with us. We're gonna go back to front lunge for our long jump variation, that hold. Yes, you can, right? I believe in you. I'm not giving up on you. Josiah, you got this. Let's go. 5, 4, front lunge in 3, 2, 1. Left foot to the floor. Hinge it forward from the hips. Pump the arms back. Find this length from the crown of your head all the way through the back heel, all the way down through your left heel. Pump the arms. 10, 9, 8. We're going teaser on the left in 4, 3, 2. Hands to the handlebars. Draw the carriage in and step the left foot in front of the right, toes facing your right shoulder. Good. Legs pretty straight. Square your chest over the platform. Send the legs out. Good. Drag it back in. So our carriages are pretty small, so you might not be able to seal your feet down. That's okay, right? That doesn't quite matter as much as finding the lift through your waistline. So when we send it out, we pause because we're in a side plank basically. And then we really lift from your left oblique and we stop before you lose tension, send it right back out. So there's a place where if you draw the carriage in too far, it's gonna be a little rest, right? We don't want that. Big exhale, big squeeze. We're gonna go 15 more seconds. And then I want you to really visualize your transition being smooth and quick. Forearms on the front platform, knees on your carriage. It is twisted inchworm. In 3, 2, 1. Forearms down, knees down, twisted inchworm. So one slide back, and then we pull forward, big crunch, actively squeeze through your waistline. So good. All right. We're gonna go 40 more seconds here. We have one more chance to practice these transitions, and then we're done practicing transitions. Okay, after this, we're gonna hit your finisher. Your last exercise is on deck after we go back to teaser, we come back to this move, okay? So it's coming around the corner. Let's go 20 seconds. Did I remind you of that song at all? Do you know what song I'm talking about?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, you. It's coming around the corner. Do you know?
I'm just trying to survive down here.
Yeah, he's out of his mind. Okay, if you're out of your mind, cool. That is good. We're going back up to teaser. Left foot over right in 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Hands to handlebars. Left foot over right. Square your chest to the front of the room. Good. So when I say square, I mean your chest is staying over the platform. Your shoulders are staying squared to the front of the machine. Okay, that does make a difference. The only thing moving is your legs. The upper body really stays locked. Here's 10, 9. Twisted inchworm in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forearms down, knees down, twisted inchworm. I was thinking of that song, she'll be coming around the corner when she comes. I don't know why. Here we go. 20 seconds left right here in this exercise. Your finisher is on deck. You're gonna meet me in your strongest plank. Hands to your front platform, toes to your carriage. Let's go 10, 9. Squeeze your left oblique as much as you can. Finish it out. Here's 4, 3. Show me plank. 2, 1. Quick transition up to the hands, up to the toes. Let's go. Zip your ankles, knees, and thighs together. Dancing bear is your finisher. Both knees are bending in towards one shoulder. Send it out, center plank. Both knees slowly over to the other side. Send it out, center plank. You have 45 seconds left in class. Push down into your palms, dome your upper back. Big exhale, squeeze through your waistline. If you start to fail here, lift your hips up a little bit higher, okay? I need you to stay in this exercise. I need you to finish this class out as strong as you want to feel for the rest of your day. 20 seconds here, right? You made it this far. Push yourself to finish it. Yes, you absolutely can. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Stay on your toes. Yes, you can. Final 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Child's pose. Hips to heels. Stretch those arms forward. Whew. Sit it back.
And
Couple.
It's called, she'll be coming around the mountain when she
Oh, she'll be coming around the mountain, not she'll be coming around the corner.
That sounds like something for downtown.
I need to learn my songs. All right. Let's come up to seated, come up to standing. 2 deep breaths. Inhale, arms up, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, deep breath in, reach it up. Exhale, hands to heart. Awesome, awesome job. Great job, you guys.